Hey guys, welcome to Final Fantasy 14, the crafting mounts vid. This is the one I said I wanted to do earlier, but I ended up getting proposed to this weekend, so I had a nice weekend with my fiance, and I just wanted to enjoy my time with him, so didn't actually get this vid done till now. I apologise, but I'm going to leap straight into it. So we're going to be looking at the 3 crafting mounts you get from A Realm Reborn, Heavensward and Stormblood. And just like the other Beast Tribe quest mounts, we're going to be looking at looks, pet actions, and quest locations, or the storyline of those quests. So let's get straight into it with the first one, which is the Dire Wolf mount. Now I will apologize in advance because I do not fully remember the names of these characters. I didn't write them down because I think they're a bit hard to pronounce sometimes, and I'm going to probably make a mess of it. Right, so this guy, now look at this guy, is pretty cool because he is a blue wolf, and before the Mount Wolf ones came out from the Extreme Primal's of Stormblood, was the only wolf we had. It looks like a hybrid between a wolf and a rat. These extremely long claws with this nice studded collar and wristband set. You have a saddle for you to ride on. And it was nice because although he had no part in the Beast Tribe quest of the Ixal, who you do in helping to rebuild their airship, but you do see a guy training them nearby and talking to them. So you do know that it's like you will get to the mount eventually. However, those ones I think were like a dark brown or black, whereas the one you actually get in the end is blue, so it feels a lot more unique. Now sad to say, this guy has no pet action. He can fly thanks to a patch update we had. I think it was over the last patch date or the time before, but at least this guy can fly and therefore he can swim. But the downside becomes that he can do these things, but say he has no pet action. And because you didn't actually use him in the Beast Tribe quests themselves, I didn't think they would give him a Beast Tribe, a pet action, sorry, because he didn't have one. Now, as for the quest locations themselves, I do believe they mainly take part in Northern Gridania, but you will have to go across the Coaphus. I think it's Western Coaphus, if I've got the right side of the right side of Heavensward in that one. Now, because of that, it makes it a bit annoying. You're having to travel to a lot of different locations, and the quests are a little bit, sometimes they involve a bit of fighting, sometimes they involve a bit of gathering. Most of the time it obviously is crafting. There's a little bit of everything going on, but then it was their first Beast Tribe quest at crafting, so maybe they're trying to incorporate a little bit of everything into the mix. It did make it a little bit complicated, and the storyline, although about building the airship wanting to return, to the sky where they belong, it was kind of endearing, but at the same time it didn't exactly drive me on to want to do the next quest. Okay, so the next one we're going to be looking at is from the Heavensward Crafters one. Now this one, basically it's a Dandelion Poof. It does have a name. I really am really sorry that I cannot pronounce it or remember it off the top of my head. But this one is very cute. Now, so when you look very closely, you see it's made up of loads and loads of little dandelion poofs at the top. And so you have a little stalk dangling around, and when it flies around, it looks like you've just jumped onto it. Like that's seen in Bug's Life really, and you're just flying off on it, and it's really cute for that. And I'm going to go into the tunnels here, or caves rather, just to show you that this mount does light up. It's only very faintly, but you get the idea that at night time, you see, it's got a very faint light inside, so you would see where you were going. So you don't have to worry about getting lost in the dark on this mount. Now say this one does have a pet action, and the great news is you can do it actually while moving. So if I keep moving straight, so it looks like you're actually getting loads of leaves. It looks like you're getting loads of dandelion poofs in your face, and it is really, really cute. I like that. And so this one, it has a cute feel to it, and it was a bonus so to get a pet action with the other ones they didn't give it to you. Now as for the quest location, this one obviously takes place near the Muggles' homeworld. I'm calling it homeworld. Now if you weren't annoyed enough with Muggles to begin with after doing all those crafting, not crafting, but normal quests to get to this point, you're probably not going to enjoy having to do more quests for them in the future. But this one's better because most of the quests take part there. You get to use this mount to do some quests, which of course you get to use the pet action for on it. You also get to use the dragon mount as well, which is the wyvern, the wyvern mount. Again, not pronouncing it very well, which you can get from like hunting logs. But it's nice, you've got 2 different Beast Tribe mounts that you use in that one, and I like the storyline edge about helping like the Muggles, the dragons and the humans all come together and seeing the area get rebuilt over more time. Seeing the airship get built in Gridania was quite cool, but not as cool as watching the entire Fountain Centerpiece get built back together and seeing the community of the area come together to do so. So This one looks sweet, has a cool pet action, and has a really nice storyline to go to it. But of course, there's still one more mount to go. Now this one is kind of special. I've just pressed the wrong button. Because this one, if you remember, the first time I actually uploaded this video was the day I had my very first date with my boyfriend, so now fiance. So this kind of feels special anyway, but I cannot add that to the list because that's biased. So okay, looking at this mount, first of all, I want to speculate on the detail, and there's so much detail going on this mount you can easily miss. You've got the nice motion of the tassels and the belt and the lanterns, which are all bobbing up and down with the motion of the Namazu carrying on their shoulders. Not only are the Namazu very friendly carrying it, you've got one Namazu which looks like he's having a hypo on the end, bless him. And I don't remember noticing this detail when I first uploaded the vid, so if you might want to check back to see if that was actually something that added later on to it, or if it was in the first one and I just never picked up on it. You've got the nice golden catfish on the top, which is symbolising his great father, and you've got this lovely, nice colouring as well. Nice, what I would call earthy blues and reds. They're not too bright, they're not too garish, but with the gold, they just get really nicely set off. Another nice thing I like about this mount is that unlike the other two mounts, this one actually has its own music. That's a nice touch though, because none of the other mounts have that, the crafting class ones. But these guys do. And it makes it very light-hearted and funny, and the fact as well that they've got that funny look of them holding off for dear life, I like that. It's always the small details which make the most in this game in the first place. Now as for pet action wise, again, this one does have it. It helps if I press the right button. Now of course the pet action is actually what you do in game. You go around and you celebrate and you get people to join the celebrations to get them to come join you on the mountain. Again, have to note that the drunk one on the end, not really bothered. He's probably just shattered, bless him, you know. I'm sure the 7 dwarfs he'd be sleepy. But there's actually 8 here, so fling that one out the window. So this one looks really cool and has a pet action, which is quite sweet. But what about the quest line themselves? Well, I'm in the area where it takes part in the Azim Steep. Now what's nice about this area is that apart from the odd quest, you will have to go off map to get, obviously, sometimes. It has to be done. The majority of the quests will all take part here. And you've got nice wide open maps. At this point you should be flying. And a bonus as well is that it's not just for crafting classes. This one is for crafters and gatherers. It doesn't matter. Your XP, of course, will vary depending on the level you currently are. You have to be level 60 to start these quests, I do believe. So that's the only downside. But once you get there, you can level up all your disciples of the land and hand one, which is great. It's what I've been doing, and it really has helped make it a lot easier. And as well as that, seeing this place get built up from a heap of rubble to then having all this bit of, you know, detailing done, to having like the altar done where they store their floats, and the tents I love, and the colours of all the, well, the floor work and the flags. It's so bright and cheerful. It's like almost like an Indian, like a native Indian. I think that's the correct term. Sorry if it isn't. Look, go on to it. And that's what I love. It's really, really unique. Or maybe it's Mongolian. Wow. Anyway, you get the feel. It's got a really nice feel to it, and I really like that. And this one's, well, having like the butterfly effect of, you know, every time you do a little something to help them, it's going to have a bigger effect in the future. And with all the talk we've had on climate change recently, it kind of feels like Final Fantasy were aiming for that, whether or not that was deliberate. But it's kind of like that way about it, like change one thing you do today and that'll have a bigger effect in 10 years time. And there's just a really nice edge about that, you know. In a computer games where things sometimes can be childish, having real adult tones embedded in there, I think it's quite nice. I'm not saying Final Fantasy is childish, by the way. I'm just saying, you know, there's a light-hearted side to gaming, but sometimes I feel like they are hiding hidden messages in there about actually what we do in life, which again is just a nice little shout out there. Okay, so here we go, guys. Time to do all those 3 in order. So in third place, I'm sorry to say it, guys, it's going to be the direwolf. Reason being is because although, yes, he can fly, and so he can swim, but that's basically it. He has no pet action, and the storyline quests were a little bit annoying that you had to swap between fighting and then gathering and then crafting. If it had just been crafting, it might not have been so bad, and I hated having to go to Coathus from Gridania and back and forth myself, especially when the teleportation areas in Coathus were a bit more stranded. So that is the reason why for that one. and say, sorry guys, he does look kind of cool, but that's all he's got going for him. So sorry to say, he gets third. Okay, in second place is the Dandelion Poof. Now the reason being is because, yes, it's really cool that he has a pet action, which is really, really sweet. He does light up in dark, which is great. The quest line about pulling the Moogles and the dragons and the humans together to work together to rebuild was amazing. I did love that. But when it just came to it, between this mount and then my overall winner of this mount, there just became no comparison, because this one has its own music set as well. So it goes one up further, that not just has it as a nice cool look to it, not only does the quest line really cool, not only does it have a pet action, but it has its own little piece of music to go along with the mount. And as far as I know, this is the only mount that has this piece of music along with it, so therefore it becomes even more unique. And maybe just a little bit of extra detail about the little sweet Namazu, who's so shattered, just clinging on for dear life, where all the other Namazu are holding on with two hands. That's just a little bit of something they didn't have to put in, but they did. And it's the little details that always make it worthwhile. So there we go, guys. Those are my 3 crafting mount vids. Characters, sorry. Vids. In order, sort of thing, of how I like them. Remember, this is just personal opinion. Hopefully I've pointed out things which everyone would agree on as to what makes them special. But say, I hope you guys will keep watching for more vids coming soon. I hope that you have enjoyed watching these vids. Obviously, there are more vids. We've got the Beast Tribe quest of Heavensward and the Beast Tribe mounts of Stormblood to do as well. Slowly gonna make my way through those guys. I've had an amazing weekend doing this video. I hope you guys have had a good weekend yourselves. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your days. Whatever you are doing right now, have a good one. And, well, all the best.